The mother of two missing children will soon be back in Idaho. Lori Vallow made her final court appearance in Kauai this morning. Her next court appearance will be in Rexburg on Friday. She'll be represented there by 3 Treasure Valley attorneys, 1 from Meridian, 2 from Eagle. She's facing charges of felony child desertion and non-support. Together with our Sinclair sister station from Salt Lake City, CBS 2 will be bringing you live coverage from eastern Idaho as Lori returns. We start tonight with a live report from Kelly Vaughn.
That's right. We'll be here in Rexburg. This is the courthouse that Lori Vallow will be at. And on Friday, the town here, family members, people across the country, they're hoping that the proceeding court will give some more answers as to what happened to those missing kids, Tylee and JJ. Now here in Rexburg, the FBI have set up shop behind the police department to help with the investigation. We also went by Chad Daybell's house here, and he has a sign up on his door saying that he is not speaking with media. But I did speak with Kay Woodcock, the grandmother of JJ, and the sister of Lori's former husband, Charles Vallow. Now, she says the last time she spoke with Lori was on July 29th after Lori found out that Charles' life insurance money went to Kay, not to Lori.
That just, in my mind, shows what this is about. She's angry that my brother left the money to me and not her.
Now, Woodcock says that Charles told her that what he wanted her to do with the money, and that's what she did. Now, she wouldn't say what that was, but she did indicate that the money went to her because Charles said that Lori didn't want to care for JJ anymore, so he assumed that that responsibility would ultimately fall on Kay. Now, I asked Kay what she's going to do, how she's going to feel when she finally sees Lori on Friday. She says she's going to feel a mix of emotions, but she's really just hoping to get more information about where JJ is. For now, reporting live from Rexburg, Idaho, I'm Kelly Vaughn.
So is Boise's fire chief retiring or isn't he? Conflicting statements today from the chief in City Hall.
It appears that after 29 years, Dennis Doan's time at Boise Fire is coming to a messy end. First, the chief announces his retirement, then he tweets out a letter from the city's human resources director rejecting his retirement and saying the city will instead pursue a public vote.
CBS 2's Haley Kramer is live at City Hall with a breakdown of what's going on.
Chief Dennis Doan says being placed on administrative leave on Monday came as a surprise. And now it seems this letter he said he received via text is just as unexpected.
Today, I'm announcing my retirement.
Shortly after 10:30 this morning, Chief Dennis Doan announced he had a meeting with Mayor Lauren McClain, giving her his intent to retire.
I delivered that to her and we had a very nice meeting. Again, I have loved this job every single day. I'm so proud to work here, and what a great community, great city, and great fire department.
But less than 2 hours later, this post stating, after my announcement today that I would retire at the end of May, I received this letter via text. The mayor is going to ask the council to fire me in a public meeting rather than let me retire. Today's developments coming just 2 days after the chief was placed on paid administrative leave, something he tells us came as a surprise.
I want to set the record straight that putting me on administrative leave was not because I did anything wrong. I was never told that I did anything wrong.
As for why he was placed on leave,
you'll have to ask the mayor. I don't want to speak for her.
I did attempt to talk to the mayor and was told by her front office that she would not be commenting at this time because it's a personnel matter. The letter from the city's Human Resources Department still doesn't answer this question, but instead summarizes the city's efforts to resolve Doan's personnel matter, saying the city offered a separation agreement Monday, which Doan rejected. And this morning, the letter says Doan met with the mayor and wanted the opportunity to retire, but that Mayor McClain indicated she needed time to consider her options. The next line, the city is declining your proposal. Further, the city is rescinding its offer to settle your personnel matter. So will Doan remain on paid leave?
That's my expectation, and that was what I said. I'm on leave, and I will just stay on that until the end of May.
An answer to a question that now remains unclear.
You know, churches are meant to be a sanctuary for the faithful, but there could be an invisible enemy in the pews.
Germs are becoming a bigger focus for churches as the coronavirus continues to spread. And CBS 2's Trevor Fay is speaking with religious leaders to learn how they're trying to keep the flock safe from the new virus.
He joins us now live from Cathedral of the Rockies in Boise.
Although there are no cases of coronavirus in Idaho at the moment, there are rising cases in neighboring states like Washington. And that's prompted religious leaders here in the Treasure Valley to look ahead to make sure they're prepared if and when that virus strikes. There's a risk of getting sick at any big gathering of people, and the Catholic Diocese of Boise knows that. So, it and its member churches released new guidelines today for their congregation. Gene Fadness, deacon for the diocese, outlines some of those precautions.
Probably the most significant change is, for the time being, we're not going to receive communion from the cup. So until this subsides, we're asking our people, our priests, not to distribute the wine, but just the hosts.
That's not the only tradition taking a backseat to the coronavirus. Bowls of holy water are being replaced with sand, so people marking themselves with the sign of the cross can't spread germs from their hands. And speaking of hands, the church is offering tools to help people stay healthy, such as hand sanitizer stations and boxes of tissues provided to those coming in to worship. Church attendance has stayed steady so far, according to the diocese. But if or when the coronavirus makes its way to Idaho, churches like the Boise First United Methodist Church are offering alternatives for parishioners who can't attend in person.
Would say to our members, if they're in that high risk category, if they're in the elderly category, if they've already got some breathing challenges, you can always worship with us online at cathedraloftherockies.org.
Pastor Dwayne Anders says the Cathedral of the Rockies will continue to follow the guidelines set by the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, and he encourages his congregation to do the same.